Yo, it's Real Guys, Real Talk. Let's go.
This is not good at all. Someone dying is horrible, but this was different. And I think it was maybe the way he was killed.
So I think
what he was talking about.
You know, I'll be real spiritual here on this part. I think that for me, I felt, actually I saw a few people say the same thing, that they felt they didn't understand why it was so painful, why they felt so connected. I almost never feel connected to people I do not have a relationship with. That's just on me.
Yeah.
And this hurt. It hurt. I could feel it. And I think what happened is America witnessed its first martyr.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I think the Christians saw what happened for the reasons it supposedly happened.
Yeah.
And it was graphic, on public display, and he wasn't violent. He wasn't racist. He was a Christian man who believed in strong Christian values.
Yeah.
And I think walked it and really wanted to bring the American family back. And
like he
That
was,
was his
he
main
was
thing.
really big on like the nuclear family.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
Because it works.
Get married, have some kids.
So I felt
raise
an
them right,
innocence
lead
was
strong,
taken. Someone said a comment. Of course, there's been tons of hate, but one of the comments was something along the lines of, he was pretty radical, and they're like, "You guys think he's radical? You killed the nice one."
You're talking about Milo.
Yes.
Milo?
Yeah,
yes.
you're talking about Milo,
he's
dude.
entered the chat. Jeez.
Yeah.
Milo is
back.
There's some stuff where I read that he posts. I'm like, God, dude, like you got an iron pair on you, because
he doesn't
honestly
care.
no, that's,
he does not care at all.
And he's back. He stopped for what? It feels like 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him way back in the day, dude. I forgot about him.
Super.
Yeah, he's back.
Too. But as soon as I heard Milo, M-I-L-O, all caps, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to talk about discrepancies and things that we're concerned about, and then maybe even some ideas of what it could be.
Mm-hmm.
That will be conjecture for now. However, there are things that do not match what the FBI said so far.
Yeah. First off, we don't have all the evidence, so some of the stuff we're just going to be things that we
just three dudes
talking about. Something really bad that happened, but
it's a couple dudes being bros.
But first off, it is crazy. The narrative that's being pushed, especially from that one side saying he's radical. He's just talking from the Bible. It's insane. Just giving facts, straight up actual receipt facts.
And you know what? Tell me if I'm wrong. He was nice about it, man.
Oh, he was super nice.
And respectful to Now, there's sometimes when people are really rude to him.
I've seen him yell back.
Like, all right, you know what? See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
That's a left for you. But he never was like
he was
rude.
never actually direct, angry at someone. His mic went out one day or something like that, and he went into the crowd.
Yeah.
And had a debate in the crowd with like 1,000 people around him, which is kind of insane.
And that's the whole point. You don't debate if you agree with someone.
Yeah.
What is there to debate about?
Right.
So, Jordan Peterson does this. Everyone does this. The guy you're talking about earlier does. So
I
it's
can't
just,
think of his name.
me neither. But it's like
Terry Crews. Wait, that's not right.
Well, I mean, even speaking of Cruz's, Ted Cruz Cruz can be hateful in the Senate. Even though I fully agree with like a lot of what he says, Marco Rubio, I saw him at the
He's
memorial.
a way better speaker.
He's eloquent, fair, poised, and respectful. And I just feel like that was how Charlie was. He was Charlie, I think, was just a little bit more risky with where he was willing to physically go.
Yeah.
And
he was actually going out into the
trenches.
world. He was actually doing that. And,
he's Orthodox. So if you took Orthodox preacher,
Cliff
Orthodox.
That's it.
Nietzsche.
Yeah. Cliff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With an E.
Yep, that's Cliff.
Cliffy.
At the end.
Cliffy.
So one of the things that
32 years, by the way, he's been doing that.
You and I said 30 years. I didn't know that for sure. Okay. So one of the things that Joe and I haven't talked about is the text messages. It sounds like we agree.
Yeah.
Dude, first off, who releases text messages in an active investigation? No one.
That super weird.
Who actually released those? Do we know who?
We don't. I don't. At least I don't.
FBI did, but I think also it was
no, someone leaked them. I remember at the very start, someone leaked a text message.
The original iPhone text.
But maybe they
did. Yes.
I have them right here. It's on CNN. I will post that in here.
We're just going to go through some of the evidence. First thing is the text messages between him and his partner.
He's going and going.
Trans male. The roommate. No, he was a partner. They were.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Trainee, roommate, partner. He calls him his love.
Yes.
In here,
I didn't know that.
He just goes unsolicited
and
text,
just
info dumping.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Part. That's gross.
But this is someone, and in the text message, supposedly the killer was saying, "Hey, I just did this," and the person was like, "What'd you do?" And you're going to see it too, but it was just a very weird interaction in a text message. Weird. But then it's like,
Then he says this. Look, he says, "Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel." ... And just goes on to diming out
the ... thing is very very dated.
Yes,
and just
weird.
In general, like he says, "My love, by chance, yet," like a lot of these weird terms. There's one it doesn't even have it in here that I was like, wait, what?
And it was weird because the shooter, he did this, jumped down off the roof. He went to a Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
Like that was nearby 15 minutes after the shooting happened and was eating.
It seems to be an MO, man. Like
yes, right? Like it's just
the Dairy Queen thing.
No, it's just like the shooter going to like just a very obscure location
versus just like
dipping out
and smoke.
Yeah.
So he said, "I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I'd hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am so sorry to involve you, my love." Like, what? Who talks like this, dude?
It's weird. It is
drop
weird.
Point. He says, "Grab my rifle from the drop point." The towel,
right there.
Like, so, what?
You remember? So the FBI said they've traced multiple unique signals going to that residence, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There has to be more involved, of course. 100%. There's more people involved. People were posting about it the day before the assassination on social media saying, "Hey, I hope tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow, I think it's going to happen."
Remember that grin face?
Yes.
The dog grin face. Something special is tomorrow for Charlie Kirk. You'll see.
And then the day of, it's like, it's actually going down. Here
they're
we go.
Telling you.
Yes, they're telling. No one's watching this. Very few people, but it's active.
So let's go to ballistics. The 30-06 round, devastating round.
Yes.
You watch World War II footage.
Yeah.
Black and
this
white.
This was a World War II rifle.
This dude, a M1 Grand busting anyone, whether it's a Japanese soldier or a German dude. When they got shot in the head, literally almost takes their whole head
carries
off.
A ton of velocity.
So it's a large round, a heavy round that goes super fast. So kinetic energy with the velocity. So it hits. We're being told that a 30-06 from 150 meters hit Charlie in the neck with no exit wound. No way.
Yeah,
no way.
We really do need full ballistic report from this. We need these details about what the doctor pulled out of his neck.
Yeah,
the surgeon said she said, I think it was a she.
He
was a he. There was a she in there somewhere that helped out. Anyway, said that he had a thick, basically like large density of his.
Yeah, he said yes. He said that his body and neck area was very dense, and also that the bullet was right under the skin, or
how
like
does
underneath
a
the skin.
30? Okay, dude, I should have brought it. I almost brought my round.
It's just, and we're talking about we're now talking about the rifle and the ballistic reports.
They're about that long.
This.
Yeah, it's
big. It's a big.
Yeah,
and the craziest thing is, in my opinion, I know you guys don't necessarily agree. In my opinion, with the acoustics of that place, which is like an amphitheater essentially, with all the walls beside it, and then it's a defilade in. It was very quiet. It was so quiet, in my opinion. The people who were on the let's just call it the library balcony that were videotaping at the time, they didn't even know what it was. Mm-hmm. They were like, some people didn't. No one jumped up there. They were just like, "What was that?" And then the other people turned around like, "Yeah, what was that?" Yeah. Dude, if you shot a unmuffled, long, short, whatever barrel 30-06, bro, that is going to be one of the loudest weapons you would ever hear.
380 is loud.
Oh, 380s.
Yeah, and it's also the how short the muzzle is. But it's like you're not gonna. To me, it sounded like now. Then you got the guys doing the hand gestures. We don't know, but
it's all very spooky. I can say that.
Very spooky
or the
at
decoys
best.
in the crowd.
Yeah,
you know, as soon as the guy went down, you
Yep.
had one guy standing up cheering with the big stuff. You had another guy saying, "I did the shooting."
Pulling his pants down.
You had another guy,
Wild.
a
And
third
can you
guy
say
with
that?
a random.
The old guy.
The old guy, yes, the old guy. He said, "I did it. This was me." I think he had a pistol on him. Did he have a pistol on him?
Nah, I don't think he had a gun.
No gun?
Someone had
Okay.
a pistol on them, but it's an open carry.
And then someone had
a
a air rifle.
I heard about the air rifle.
Someone had an air rifle.
But what
Another
about
person.
the history of the guy from that
So,
Joe Rogan spoke about today?
Joe Rogan said this old guy has been showing up at events like this for the past
The guy that was
decades.
saying, "I shot him, shoot
Yes,
me, shoot
the old
me."
guy,
that
who is arrested and now charged with something else.
child stuff.
Yes, it's just he has been at places like the Boston City bombing, some other assassinations in the past.
The marathon?
The marathon, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's been at all these places, and he's now here, and now he's just. It's like he's just.
Always there.
He's always there.
Okay.
Either an agent, or someone who's being hired, or he's just one of those guys.
And he's the one who stepped out to say, get all the attention on him.
I did this. He
to
was like,
mess up the investigation.
He was getting
initially,
arrested. Like, shoot me,
allow the dude get away. So here's the thing: the FBI says, that they found the rifle. Okay, two things. They found the rifle
in the bushes.
In the bushes. Well, they also found a screwdriver that matched his DNA on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
They said that he used the screwdriver to assemble the rifle on the roof. That's all I know. Then it's been dropped somewhere. He says he has to go pick it up from the drop point. However, that's interesting. I don't like that language at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I'm thinking there's a lot of people involved.
Right. And so that to me that says when I saw him jump off the roof, I'll tell you right now, I didn't see a rifle. First, he couldn't disassemble it in that time. So I didn't see a rifle get thrown down. I didn't see it fall. I saw some sort of object and a hat fold as it hit the ground with himself. Dude, if you have, what are you talking, 30 inches minimum?
No, this was an old Mauser. This was probably maybe.
Okay, but how many?
Let's say 30.
How many obstacle course things do you do where you see them like if they got to climb a wall, will they either hand the rifle over or they just throw the rifle over, then carry themselves?
Even
over?
if it was
very hard
slung,
to navigate,
you would see it because the kid's a stick.
It's super hard to do it slung. It's super hard.
You couldn't.
To
and
traverse
also, if he threw it down,
with
you'd
slung.
see it.
Yeah.
We didn't see it get thrown down. And if he was holding it in his left hand when he dropped,
we didn't see all the footage as well.
All we saw.
We only seen a very short clip. Of
that
him
is true. I
jumping
mean,
down.
all I saw was he was laying down. There was tinted glass window dome piece. He was on the other side of this. You see him from what appears to be in a prone position stand up, make a beeline, get on maybe the gutters, lower himself down, and then dead hang drop. And something in his left hand maybe drops with him, but it also folds when it hits the ground, which tells me it's a soft object like a towel.
But it was also
jacket.
bad video quality, right? So,
but it's enough to see that. Like
it
you
was
would
really,
see a rifle.
It's crazy.
if you
Is
threw
the
a
dash
rifle.
cam in my truck shoots 4K.
Yeah, exactly.
On a daily basis. Security cameras
super
at
bad
campuses
quality,
are still,
and it was a distance.
I thought it looked pretty. At least what I saw
480?
looked pretty clear. Maybe we're looking.
Maybe,
but there's no rifle that
Yeah.
was thrown by his hand. He didn't jump with a rifle. So how is there one at a drop? How did he set it there? Also, why is the text message so specific about it was in a towel? And then they say they found DNA. Cash Patel said we found the DNA not on the rifle. We're not sure about that. ATF has it, but we did find it on the screwdriver and the towel, and it matched him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great and all. So what I would say is a possibility is, number one, he never shot him. Okay. I think that's actually the most likely thing because it wasn't loud enough. Where's the rifle? Yes, you train this guy. Let me go back on this. You train the guy up in these Discord groups. You go shooting somewhere. You offer him the ammunition.
He just
the
needs
ammunition
one night
isn't
of training.
packed.
I mean, it's true.
Or even just a couple days, done.
One day with
You
someone
give
who
him
actually knows
ammo.
what they're doing. Dude, it's 150 yards.
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
So
not with a scope rifle,
dude. Yeah, exactly. Prone,
and then
with a 30-06.
that position. So also, the thing is to stay on track is like he not only did he do that, but let's say the round that was in it, right? It's got to go off to a way that makes him think he shot it, right? But he's not sitting there racking the bolt. He's making the shot. Yeah. And my belief is he left the rifle there and ran and jumped off. And that's what we saw without the rifle. And someone recovered it. So that not being that far of a stretch, possibly.
There was drone footage, too. Was there not a drone that he...
I don't know.
Turning Point?
There was something going on, yeah. There was a lot of footage.
The last video that I saw, which is Charlie's right side of his face, but we're seeing from the left, the impact, the first physical deformity that I saw on this video that's unedited, it's from the person who posted it. I saw the person post and say he was there and prove it's him. So it comes to looks like a deformity of the top portion of his skull, and then hit back of his head kind of warps a little bit, taking in whatever impact. And then the jaw line up in here seems to move. And then what I believe to be the exit wound comes out. And no, I don't think it was a 30-06. I think it was probably a suppressed weapon that was supersonic. And
I mean, it would have to... What you're saying is it entered in the head and came out the neck. It wouldn't have... It
just
couldn't
happened to come out the neck.
Couldn't have as much velocity as a 30-06 feet per second.
Because
30-06 keeps going
watermeloned it.
No,
yeah.
Maybe.
I just go watch it before you think that I'm just saying stuff.
There's a lot of angles. It's
go
really
look at
graphic.
It's very graphic.
Everybody in the world probably seen it at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was that publicized.
And then there's
globally.
the guy doing the gestures.
Yeah, the hand gestures.
Hand gestures in the hat. So is he really? I don't know. But if you're trying to get that guy to shoot and the actual shooter to do it, and for him to be convinced that he made the shot, you would do a hand gesture so that they would both know to time it. And the kid would be none the wiser.
No, I think the kid...
Because he's radicalized.
What was his name?
Soy Boyd. Robinson.
Robinson, yes. Yeah. He is, 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was in Discord groups with 30-plus people in on this. People came to his house multiple times.
Is Discord super confidential?
Discord is pretty much supposed to be safe, but when there's something like this, it is all out there.
Encrypting.
Yeah.
There's some encryption,
but
it's kind of like a space away that's not as monitored, but of course.
It's not. Yeah, it's still open servers.
But you have to have invites to come in. It's kind of like a very...
I think somebody... Of course, they groomed this guy. They groomed him to do this. I believe they used him as the scapegoat fully.
Fully agree.
I don't know if the guy was behind him. Yeah. I seen all the footage on all the angles. They said there was only one wound. If it went in, it went out the same, enter the same, exit the same, because that was a big hole.
Which never happens.
Or unless at an angle. If it had an angle,
I would say
came out, it was a big hole.
And people were saying it's plates. Sorry to interrupt you.
Because his shirt went like this, right? So it was just weird.
But you could see his nipples, so like he's not wearing plates.
But it's either someone shooting from a distance, something lighter at the same angle, hit his neck, maybe a smaller caliber, like you said, suppressed.
You'd have to go walk it. You have to go there and walk it and see what kind of vantage points you can get.
Well, someone that's name starts with a B said, go into Home Depot or to Ace Hardware and finding, what are those little pegboard sticks?
Yeah.
That would tell you exactly the trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And to be real, I'm telling you, I saw an impact on the back of his head. You'll see it too. I'll actually can I put that?
You can take a picture of it and just show just of the deform, but do not show anything.
What about a link? Can I put a link to that video or no?
I don't actually know. I don't know. We maybe
if we can, I will.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
But it's just
So I'm just saying, if that's the case, right? Forget that there's a second shooter that I've said any of that. If the entry wounds, if there's damage to the back of the head, it comes out his neck, then guess what? It's not possible, because the only other angle for that trajectory, and you don't know what's in and what's out, would be from shooting from below Charlie, which we know didn't happen.
Yeah, there was nothing.
So that means the only other option is it was someone else.
Well,
and I think that this is going down a line of, we've got a fall man, We've got his DNA. This is all buttoned up.
There were
Here's
6 people that
messages.
grabbed him and put him in the truck when he first got shot. They said there was only one entry room.
Yeah, but they're holding a bloody man.
Yeah.
And also, who are they?
Yeah. Well, they're all of his friends and workers. Like they jumped on him.
Who have probably zero, well, maybe some workers, but
maybe
who has combat
still,
casualty care classes or?
No, but you're gonna know a hole in the back of someone's head.
You will know that.
You will know that. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's just I think it's from the same angle as the shooter.
Well, I'm not trying to.
Unless the shooter was on the same roof as Robinson, 2 separate rifles. Used Robinson to go do something else, or on a roof further back from him. Because remember, there was that one setting, a few pictures of an actual setup that was just posted then deleted. Like there was a picture of an actual setup rifle on one of the roofs further back, like a nice stuff.
Oh, I don't remember. I'd like to see that. I haven't seen that.
I can't find it anymore.
But like what I wanted to say real quick is Charlie had very dark. It was kind of thin, but he had very dark hair.
Yeah.
Okay, if it was a small caliber round with high velocity, like a 5.56, okay, and it entered in the skull and left the neck, there would be a good bit of trauma to the neck. However, dude, I'm telling you from experience, I've seen people. The county I used to work in had the highest suicide rate. We talked about this one time in the state for several years, and your hair will hide. A lot of entry wounds and things, especially on small caliber.
Some dark, thick hair too.
Especially the back of his head.
Yeah.
He just had almost like Italian, kind of real thick black hair. Anyway, so we're just saying, like, yes, this could sound weird. It sucked to later find out what we're saying isn't weird. Yeah. What I'm saying isn't weird. But I don't think that the kid did not throw a weapon off that roof in that movement. No. And he didn't carry it. So something's not being told.
No, if this Robinson was groomed, that means whoever groomed him had fail-safes. Either 100%. A second shooter, a third shooter. They had decoys. They had this. They had that.
Very prepared.
We'll say
they're more prepared.
It's also important that we note that this is all speculative.
Yes.
What we're saying.
Yep.
This is just the opinion that
we are
formulated.
We are trying to
I also
find
think
other
it's important, though, that it's really important to say that I would think you guys would agree with that it's wrong for anyone to die over any political belief, whether that be right or left, or die over any opinion that you may have. To wish death upon somebody for any of that kind of stuff.
Makes no sense, man.
We've gotten to the point in this country where we can't talk anymore because you just get so mad, or you know, not.
Do you feel like you have to make that impact by ending them?
You should just die. Well, why can't we just talk about? Why can't we agree to this?
Yeah,
I mean,
insane, right?
There's so many people I don't like, and I would never wish it. Or
we can't do that anymore.
No.
Yeah, and I agree.
Even the whole thing, like, I don't wish death on anyone, but. The author, I don't wish any death on anyone, but there's a few people who, during their funeral, I would crack a smile, like, what, dude?
Yeah.
Even for that person, that's super
I think it's pretty disrespectful to do that for any funeral.
I don't care what author you were, author. But yeah, it sucks. I don't think it makes sense what we're being told so far. But here's something I didn't say earlier that someone starts with B told me. I would have never thought of this. What if, this benefit of the doubt to the government, what if they are purposely going with it because they want whoever it is that is responsible to not realize that they're onto them?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And I never thought of that angle. That they actually could have a good reason.
It's a method name for that. I can't think of it. As soon as we get done, I'll think of it. But there's a method for that.
That's a possibility that they are just giving out a narrative that they hope it'll stick for as long as it can, while they try to figure out, is this a foreign adversary that's responsible for this?
Actually, someone else that I know said the same thing. They said, listen, this is America. This is the FBI. They know everything. They probably already knew how many people were on the roof. They probably knew every single thing that happened.
You guys also got to...
That's why they're very careful.
You got to think, like, it's not just the FBI.
Yeah.
Okay? It's the ATF. There was a task force assigned from the CIA. The Secret Service had agents working on this. Yeah. And if you guys don't know, the Secret Service's job isn't just to guard the president. They do very, very, very high-level investigations, whether it be money, whether it be anything criminal against the president, or
remember that data farm we spoke about before?
Yeah,
the SIM cards. That was also the Secret Service helped out on that.
Makes sense. Yeah, because it could have to do with a jurisdiction.
And there was people I was arguing with. They're like, well, like they have satellites so they can read a penny from space. You're right. We've got like 4.
But you have to have it focused on.
Yeah, it's also we have 4 of them. So if the satellite is in over Ukraine, they're not like we'll zoom in on Ohio.
Which sounds like it might have been based on what you said.
At
least one of them.
The problem is, but there's so many other sources of information and resources.
We have not heard anything from anyone. That's what's crazy. What we're seeing is what we have found through our investigations, not from the actual.
We're posing things that are other possibilities because the narrative is not clear and some of it actually doesn't line up. And we're not trying to come up with fake stuff. It's just if we're able to sit here and just pregame a few little ideas, how many more are out there? Yeah, because you can't say that what I said isn't true. We don't know yet. It very well could be, and it very well might not be. I'd hope it isn't. I hope that Charlie died for exactly the reason that we believe.
And then we were talking,
but I'm not sure.
Charlie, he was a Christian. We were discussing earlier that this could have been one of those miracles. Honestly,
I won't take that away. I think it's very unlikely.
It's a very unlikely thing, but what if everything happened? This guy did shoot a 30-06 into his throat from the front, and somehow a miracle happened that the bullet was just stopped. Right?
I'm not gonna. I've seen God do miracles. Yes. I don't want to limit Him.
Yes.
I just don't think that's what happened. Yeah. But it very well could have been.
Yes.
It's another answer.
It's just the plan for. This is whatever the plan is, man.
Yeah.
Well, there was. Yeah, I was really touched by the worship, and his death brought more Christian. If it's truly at least if it's truly for the ideals that we thought it was that killed him, man, did that really? If this was the devil through and through, which I think it was to some level, right? Did he not realize what he was doing? I mean,
I think there was a
why
post.
Would you take someone out?
I think I forgot what post it was. Maybe it was his pastor or somebody. No, a friend or something. He said
it was the guy who was a pastor. Yeah. That Charlie called his pastor, but the pastor said, "No, man, you're my pastor. You're way more in it than I am."
He said, like, I think a day after he was assassinated, he said the devil overplayed his hand.
Dude, can you imagine how stupid he must feel to have all this time on Earth to figure things out, and then to do that, and then you have revivals and churches packed?
Oh no, this was
come on.
100 million people viewed online alone, streaming. 20 million on networks, which is insane, by the way. That's on networks. Is insane.
Jesus says one lamb is the sheep, one is lost. You go get it, and you leave the rest, the 99, right? And imagine there's one person that I see. He says, "Well, I've never been to church, and I'm going today." Yeah. Or I haven't been to church in 30 years, I'm going tomorrow. Or this, or that, or that.
Or, the Turning Point, that's their foundation.
Yeah. Spreading
60,000 new chapter applications around the world. In South Korea, marching for Charlie. London,
bro, they're worshiping in South Korea.
So there was a saying.
How many in England? 3 million?
It was a ton.
There was 3 million in London, downtown.
There was a saying.
I believe that's the number.
That, so when the Japanese hit Pearl Harbor,
a
lot of the undergenerals came, to Yamato, and they were like, we had a great victory, or it might have not been Yamato. It was one of those top brass.
That was real.
It was a great victory, and he said, "All I fear we have done is awoken a sleeping giant."
Dragon, I believe.
Giant.
Maybe it's giant, but I think it's dragon.
It's giant.
Almost 100%.
You're actually really good with that
Dragon
stuff. I'll check
is
it.
more north.
Yeah.
They were saying, I think they're just saying that obviously.
Hong Kong dragon, Chinese.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
But no, it's it is true, and what happened,
Hold on, let me change.
And you know, then after this this remembrance of Charlie Kirk, everyone was saying that this was horrible. It just shows nationalism. It just shows Christianity. We don't need this, and people were hating on it. Then you had the
It's giant. Son of a gun.
Oh, and filled him with terrible resolve.
Yamamoto.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. That's what happened here. But no,
terrible resolve. Yeah, it did.
Leave in the comments what you think happened. If there was 1, 2 shooters, if there was a ring, because that's already been proved. It's just who was part of it, who's involved.
Yeah.
Who is the head? Who's actually orchestrating all
this?
Who
is the string puller
here? I think you're seeing a lot.
You saw the guy today who tried to assassinate Trump at the golf course.
He tried to stab himself.
He got
That's
charged with everything.
What happens when Ukraine won't let you fight for him?
Lifetime.
You live with all the guilt and then try to kill yourself.
Lifetime sentence.
Yeah.
He got charged with everything. He tried to stab himself with a pencil in the courtroom.
Because if it was a pencil, the Joker made that clear. He could have done it.
Yeah.
Pen or pencil, whatever.
John Wick also did it.
Agent stopped him. Yeah.
Well, he says it, and he was like, "I once watched him kill
Magistrate
6 men with a pencil."
With a pencil.
Yeah. Solid movie.
The first 2 are great. The 4th one's great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Like, subscribe. Rest in peace, homie.
Yeah.
We are carrying that banner. I promise.
See you guys.
See ya. Bye-bye.